Hello and welcome to the Edu-Leaders Show on the Edu Bulletin, where we bring you the latest insights and trends from the world of education. I'm Jessica, and I'm excited to guide you through this episode. We have an esteemed guest joining us, Sri George Varkey, Consultant, Academics and Trainings, Telangana Government Eklavya Model Residential Schools and Telangana Tribal Welfare Residential Educational Institutions Society, Government of Telangana. How does he justify the need for a student-centered approach instead of a syllabus-driven classroom? Now, let's move directly into our interview. Over to you, Likhita. Let's hear what Sir had to say.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Edu-Leaders Show. We have with us Sri George Varkey. Hello, sir. Consultant, Academics and Training, Telangana Ekalavya Model Residential Schools for Government of India and Telangana Tribal Welfare Residential Schools for Government of Telangana. How are you doing today, sir? Are you excited?
Good. Yes, really excited. I'm so happy to meet so many school leaders.
Yeah,
the change makers.
True. So the first question for you is, students today have access to everything online.
Yes.
So what in your view is the irreplaceable role of a school?
That's a good question. The first question is a very good question.
Yeah.
I think, students should be taught to use the technology judiciously.
Yeah.
And it is the role of the principal, it is the role of the teacher to guide them properly.
Yeah.
Now, there are a lot of things, a lot of content is available online, and it is important for we educators to guide the children what to browse, what not to browse, and make those information for your advantage.
Yeah.
That's it.
So true.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for that lovely, short, crisp answer. The second question being, what is that one thing happening in your school right now that genuinely gives you hope for the future of education?
I think people have different opinion about the education at the government sector is not good, or the children come from less privileged background, they are not doing well. I really disagree with that. The reason is the government is doing a lot of work, lot of welfare activities, especially in the education sector. Only thing is public is not aware of that. Especially when I represent education, residential school education system. The government is spending a lot of money individually, around lakhs of rupees per student every year. Government is also introducing technology and giving a good residential education system. Now the government of Telangana is started integrated model residential schools. That's also a very good step. That shows that government's commitment to education, especially the underprivileged sector.
True.
Thank you.
Thank you for that lovely answer. The next question being, boards and curricula move very slowly, but the world moves very fast. How do you as a school head fill that gap for your students?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I really like that question. I always wish, the policy makers, now in our scenario, it is the government. Whether it is a board, whether it's a private, whether it's a government sector, it is the policy. The government has to. Government has to realize the need, the modern needs of the students and change the curricula. It should be changed. Now we have still go with maybe 5 decades of education system. Now we have to change it. Times are fast changing. Look at other countries like Finland and Switzerland and even Japan. See the change is happening. So we have to realize, our leaders have to realize, okay, let us adopt something which is very good, good practices across the globe and introduce in our system. I think it has to change. The policy makers have to make a lot of changes.
Hoping that it changes well soon.
Yes.
The last question being, young children are natural learners, right? They are very anxious, curious, fearless, experimental. At what point does school begin to work against that? And how do you prevent it in your institution?
Yes, children are very curious. At one point of time, especially, that's naturally, the teachers discourage them, especially the slow learning students. The teachers get a typical teacher expects the students to learn at the first time whenever she explains or whenever she gives the lesson to the children. It doesn't happen. In a school of 40, there are different 3-4 levels of learners are there. The teacher has to take utmost care for the below average children. It's very important. You know, and teachers should not discourage them. And of course, there are a lot of pressure from the management side, from the administrative side to complete the syllabus. So that's a big monster for them, you know, the big syllabus. The moment the administrators say that you complete the syllabus, these teachers concentrate more on completing the syllabus than, you know, proper teaching and checking whether the content, the knowledge has really gone into the student's mind. Because they are so, you know, they are completing. So we can't blame teachers for that. It's again, the management has to say that syllabus is not matter. Syllabus is a paper persons like, you know, somebody is writing the textbook writer is like, you, instead of 15 lessons, you will have 12 lessons. So nothing to worry about the syllabus. See that every learner in the classroom learns at least. So that's, I think, and the teachers have to understand the students. I am very particular about that. I always tell teachers whenever I go for, you know, teacher training program, I say, please try to understand the student. That's very important. Don't stand at a pedestal and say, okay. So teacher should not be a sage on the stage, but a guide by the side. This is what I always believe.
Thank you so much for your valuable information.
Thank
it was a pleasure having you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you for joining us for this enlightening discussion. We hope you found it as insightful and inspiring as we did. Save the number 721707010 and send "Hi" on WhatsApp to receive daily educational news updates and inspiring interviews from the Edu Bulletin.